Hey, what's up guys? Philip here with the InnerGeekZone.com, and this is a playthrough of Diablo 3. They had an open beta this weekend, and we're going to play through. First of all, we're going to take a look at some of the character creation. These are the different classes you can play. You can also go to a hardcore hero mode, which once your character dies, that's it. You can't do anything else. For this playthrough, I think we're going to play on a Demon Hunter because I haven't played this one yet. So we're going to try it out and give it a spiffy name. As you'll see, let's take a look. You can actually name your characters the same thing. So there I've got two characters named Felic. Because you actually show up as your gamer tag to friends when you're playing co-op online. So your character name doesn't really matter a whole lot. It's more about your battle tag ID. So let's go ahead and start a game. Errors. This is a beta stress test kind of event, so there were quite a few errors. Spent the first several hours trying to log into this game at the login screen, unable to get in. Servers were overloaded. So a lot of people had a hard time logging in for the first time. A couple of my friends were already in, and myself and another one couldn't get in until well into the evening. Here I'm trying to get into a friend's game because I can't start my own game, but that's not working any better either. So we'll just keep on clicking the start game button until something works. And now it's just going to sit here and take forever. This may be a good sign. This may be a sign that we're about to get a game. Or maybe not. Okay, one more time. If this doesn't work, you may see some fancy editing. Oh, look. Here we are in a game. About the time I start talking about doing some editing to making it look like I got right in. And he had something to say there. Most of the time when an NPC talks, I'll try to shut up so you can hear what they have to say. Got some zombies raising up. We're going to shoot those. Our left click ability is doing a pretty good job. Looks like the right click is just the basic weapon attack right now because we don't have a second ability. So
I have journeyed here to find the fallen star and purge its evil from this land.
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
We can't open the gates until we drive them back.
by all means, let's make sure we kill them all.
They keep coming.
Very, very basic gameplay right now. Just left clicking on everything, using the one ability that's available.
Fight like that before. Guards, open the gates. You'll find Leah at the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
Burn those corpses before they rise again.
So we're gonna go find Leah.
Zakarum has fallen to disgrace. What faith can save us now? It is the end.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised you only start out with one ability, but there's not a lot going on at the moment. So, other than shooting just a few undead zombies.
Leah, is it? Rumford said that you survived the Fallen Star's impact.
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but watch out! The wounded are turning!
Oh no!
My training has paid off.
And level 2.
Killing business.
It's killing business, the bartender.
The dead will overwhelm us all, unless something is done.
Then I shall put an end to them and secure your town.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
Alright, so let's look and see what new ability we've got. Here you can see each ability slot has its own little setup with the abilities that are available to go in that slot. And so we're going to check out this second slot ability. Throws a knife. It's called Impale. Alright. Well, now at least we can mash 2 buttons.
We've been under siege for 6 days now. Uncle Deckard is still missing. Captain Rumford and the others are losing hope. I tell them not to lose faith, but if help doesn't arrive soon...
At least we can mash 2 buttons instead of 1 button when it becomes button smashing time.
I'd protect him, but now he's dead.
God, this is getting worse than Skyrim. You just walk by and people just randomly talk. Alright, so back out here to talk to this guy again.
What can I do to help fight the risen dead?
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
Don't worry. I will avenge their deaths.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors.
They're attacking the barricades!
Then we should stop them!
That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
Got a piece of gear. Let's see what this is. Pair of pants. We'll be sure to put those on. And boots. Some magical item boots. That's a good start.
I, Deckard Cain, have spent many years traveling and writing about the strange creatures in our world, but the sight of the wretched mothers still haunts me. They are the remnants of Queen Asilla's slaughtered handmaidens who were twisted by foul magic. Now they feast upon cadavers and regurgitate them as newly formed, risen dead.
I like the way that the game gives you lore throughout, and you'll get the little tidbits down there at the bottom. You'll either pick up items or just get random location cues that kind of give you the lore, and somebody will tell you about the area you're in or about the different monsters you're fighting, things like that. That's a neat little thing. Here's another one.
I will never forget the first time I saw these horrors shambling out of the misty woods. Our loved ones, buried long ago, rose from their graves and began to attack the living. However, the risen dead were only the beginning.
Hey, we got a shirt. We're not naked anymore, even though we weren't naked to begin with, but apparently, according to our inventory, we weren't wearing clothes either. And here's our little random explorable zone within the area. Kill some things, get some gold, some items. Just explore and check it out. That's, of course, what a lot of what this game is about. You get quests that tell you where to go and what to do, but a lot of it's just roaming around, killing things, exploring the areas, and you'll find items or events to participate in. Not a lot going on in this cellar, just some things to kill, some gold to collect, but we'll take it. And that's all there is to it, and we'll just go back outside now. And we'll continue killing wretched mothers and try to find the wretched queen and kill her too. And there's a bow that does quite a bit more damage than our little one-handed crossbow, so we'll go ahead and equip that. There's a few restrictions as far as which characters can equip which types of items. Not a lot. There are some things that are just for certain classes, and there are some things that particular classes can't use. But by and large, if you pick it up, you can probably use it one way or the other, whether it's really optimal for you or not. But it's not just a free-for-all loot system where you can just use any weapons you want. As far as clothes and items, I haven't seen a lot of restrictions other than a few things that say, oh, this is for the monk only, or this is for the wizard only, things like that. But of course, the biggest upside to the loot system, the way it works in Diablo, is if you see loot on the ground on your screen, it's for you. It's intended for you, and you're the only one who can really pick it up. So you're not having to kill a boss monster and then immediately start grabbing up stuff so you make sure you get an item that you're looking for.
Dear reader, I am Abd al-Hazir,
I can no longer deny the true nature of the evil that rises from the depths of the cathedral. It is almost too horrible to admit the truth of it. It is the Dark Lord of Terror, Diablo himself, who plagues us.
But you can trade items after the fact. So if you get something that's going to be really good for one of your party members, you can always trade it over to them if you want to. Or you can just take it back to town and sell it or salvage it. And just be greedy. And looks like we got a shirt with more armor, so we'll equip it. I'm still rocking this bow. Demon Hunters can dual wield one-handed crossbows, which is pretty awesome to watch. Maybe eventually we'll find a couple of good ones that we can dual wield.
While exploring a cave with hopes of finding hidden treasure, I came upon a most grisly sight. A heap of dead bodies. Unbelievably, as I was searching them for any items of value, they began to rise. I must tell them of this in New Tristram before it's too late.
And we picked up a new ability. Entangling Shot slows up to 2 enemies. We'll probably try it. Just see what it does. And of course, now that I want to try to shoot something, I can't find anything to shoot. That figures, doesn't it? Oh, there we go. So it kind of chains 2 guys together so they can't come at you. That's actually pretty cool. Not overly useful when you're killing stuff before it can even turn around.
The task is done. These unholy creatures can rest now.
Alright, so we've killed wretched mothers. So I gotta find the queen. The mini-map up in the top right corner, when you start getting close to kind of an objective or something that you're looking for, it'll give you like a little indication like, hey, you know, you're almost there. Come this way just a little further. But for the most part, the levels are set up where you just kind of go through them, and as long as you don't just start turning circles and get yourself turned around, I mean, they kind of lead you to where you're trying to go anyway, so. Unless you're like one of my particular friends, and he knows who he is, who can get lost in any game that he plays. You'll probably be able to find your way around pretty easily. And there, you can see in the top right corner the little ping I'm getting, letting me know I'm almost there. Just keep going. Up ahead is what you're looking for.
Old Tristram. Diablo's evil still lingers here.
Yeah, I'm going to switch back to the other ability. I just like it. I like the damage it does better. Probably no difference whatsoever, but I just like the other one better. And I got some gloves. We'll take those. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot else here that's going to be useful. A little better armor on the chest piece. So we'll equip that. And follow the ping just a little further. Oh, there's the wretched queen. And that was pretty easy. Just finish up the cleanup work, pick up our stuff. There's the waypoint you can see up there, the shiny blue light. That'll let us go back to town through the portals. We're going to finish exploring this little area here first. And here's another little explorable area. We'll go down into the dark cellar. And blow up barrels, because that's always exciting, right? Oh, there's a treasure goblin. Dropping lots and lots of fat loots. Kill it. There we go. As you can see, treasure goblins lot of money. And we're going to take it. Yeah. Listen to that sound. My coin purse is filling up. And dropped a couple of magic items too. If nothing else, we can always just salvage those and craft some other items out of it. Yeah, compared to the goblin, that treasure chest was not very good. And I'm just, like I said, gonna just finish this little area. There's always little things, stumps and bone piles and dead bodies and stuff to get a little extra gold out of. Every little bit helps. They don't all drop something, you can see. Also the environment, you'll notice as I walk by things, some things just react, even if it doesn't necessarily mean anything for the game. It just, I get to see the buildings crumble as I go by. That's pretty cool. The environment's not just a sterile, doing nothing kind of being there thing. It's actually alive and things are happening. So let's jump in the waypoint. Oh, there's barrels. Let's get those. We'll go back to town and finish this quest out and see what's next.
Thank you for your help. But could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle.
Nor should she. I will help her find him.
And there you see a nice breakdown of the XP and the gold you were given for that quest. So we'll continue on.
Let us search for your uncle.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to ADRIA'S hut. The key must still be there.
Ah, Deckard Cain, we must come save your ass. Here's the stash. Not a lot of slots to start out with, but you can spend some gold and increase the number of slots available to store things in between your characters that you can share. Here's the blacksmith. We're going to go ahead and salvage some of the magical items we're not going to use. They break down into materials that you use to craft new items. And the good news is as each character helps to level up the blacksmith and train him, that's good for all characters. So you're not going to like max a blacksmith on one character and then come back and start completely over on your next one. Any training your characters do to the blacksmith goes towards all characters. So here we're just going to sell off some of the junk items that we're not using. Clear the inventory out. There might be a thing or two in here we might use. Those pants are a little better. Let's equip those. Sell all the junk. Make some gold we can use to buy things, buy upgrades for the blacksmith, stashes, weapons, items, things like that. We'll put these in here and we'll craft something here in just a little bit. So you can look at that. The crafting's a bit random. You can decide which item piece you're going to make. But as far as what stats and if it's even going to be useful for your character is going to be kind of random. But you can always give it to one of your other characters that can use the stats
Here,
that it comes
let me
with.
open the gate. Adria was my mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard.
What of your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons.
So we're looking for her mother's hut. And apparently we have found it.
Look! A hidden cellar!
Oh no.
Follow me!
A hidden cellar that just
Your
opened
mother
when we walked
had her
past it.
secrets.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it.
Every witch should have a cauldron, right? And there's a big rare monster. Not really all that deadly at the moment. Who's taking these out? Still pretty simple stuff so far. It's still very early in the game.
Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
I will go. Stay here and learn what you can.
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again. But like Aiden, I'll be gone before they fall.
My training is paid off.